Free seeds. Hi everyone, Daniel from Homegrown in Australia. So I'm looking at some chive plants here, and I was out in the garden, and in fact I just collected super or 8 frames of honey out of the beehive, and noticed the bees were all over these chives, and I don't know if you can see that bee there. It's a bit hard with the sun. There he is. And I thought it's worth sharing a little bit of info about seeds and free seeds. So in my garden here in front of me is some chives, and they've gone to flower, and they're a beautiful purple flower that the bees love when they're young, and then they start to dry up, and you can start to see all these little black seeds inside the pod. And if I give that a bit of a rumble bumble, and you can see all those black seeds. And so there's actually nothing easier than this in terms of replanting for next year. You can either just let these seeds drop to the ground and they'll continue to grow, or you can take a bunch of flowers and scrunch them up over another bit of garden bed somewhere and they'll grow. And that's what I quite often do with the chives. And a number of other plants, you can almost just leave them be to themselves and they'll just keep coming up each year. So, for example, dill. So I've got a dill plant here, and you can see it has a yellow flower, and this is on its way to seeding. And this plant here I didn't plant, it just self-seeded. I've got another one over by the corn that just self-seeded. And yeah, it's just hassle-free dill. So chives, dill. Chard's another thing. So in the garden bed at the moment, I've got some zucchinis there. We'll come back and talk about them. You'll see next to my eggplants, which aren't self-seeded, I've planted them from seed. Look at these chards just popping up, and I've pulled out a number of them because there was just too many all over the place. But what I tend to do is just let a few chard plants come up. You can feed them to the chooks, or we'll steam it up in a stir fry. And yeah, really easy. So that's 3 plants that I don't even collect the seeds necessarily. I just let them fall where they fall and grow where they grow, and it's just really easy. Zucchinis, on the other hand, you can't do that with. You really need to pick them when they get really large. Let the zucchini grow really large, maybe 30 plus centimeters. They'll grow as thick as your arm, and then you just pull out the big seeds, dry them on the windowsill, put them in an envelope for next year. The same with cucumbers. But tomatoes are interesting. So I do collect my own tomato seeds from year to year. I dry them out on a bit of paper towel, put them away until next year, and then in August I'll plant them in some seed raising mix inside. But I also get a lot of volunteers from tomatoes that have just fallen on the ground, and down here's one, and there's another one actually in here, quite small. And the thing I notice about the tomatoes, the self-seeded tomato plants, they tend to be well behind the ones that I plant from seed in August inside, in little seed raising pots. So you can just leave your tomatoes in a garden bed and they'll come up. And some of the Return to Eden guys do exactly that. And you just won't get as long a season down here in Melbourne, and potentially other places as well. So the other thing, just while I'm looking at it, I plant basil between my tomatoes. I find that basil doesn't self-seed in the beds, but it really is easy to collect the seeds once they go to flower. So again, just let your basil go to, if you've got the garden space and you can leave them in the beds, let it go to seed. and they're quite easy to collect. The seeds, put them away for next year. So yeah, that's really all I wanted to share for now. Hope you found that interesting. You can do that with a lot of other plants as well. Just let them keep coming up and reseeding, or collect the seeds and put them away for the following year. That'll do for now. Hope you found that a little bit interesting, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, bye.